Now, anyone who travels out of state and returns or comes into New Mexico is now required to self-quarantine for 2 weeks. The governor announced the executive order yesterday saying drastic measures need to be taken to slow the spread of COVID-19. So, how will that 14-day quarantine be enforced? News 13's Gabrielle Burkhart explains.
Look, enforcing the 14-day quarantine is tricky, and I want to be careful that it's all voluntary.
In a new executive order, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham is now ordering anyone coming into New Mexico from out of state to self-quarantine for 2 weeks, and she's asking the state's tourism and hospitality industry to help enforce it.
Really, I don't know how we're going to do that. I mean, it's not like we can lock people in their rooms and say you can't leave.
Prakash Sundaram is the president and CEO of Total Management Systems, which operates hotels in the metro and around the state, part of an industry that's already suffered one of the biggest economic blows in the pandemic.
Our federal assistance is basically gone right now. Hotel owners are basically keeping their properties open out of their savings, out of their personal savings.
The quarantine doesn't apply to essential workers who must travel for work, but lots of people who are traveling to New Mexico are tourists and people driving through the state.
I think that rather than check into a hotel room in Santa Fe and hunker down for 2 weeks, people will simply be canceling or delaying their plans.
Places like Santa Fe have seen a rise in out-of-state travelers this summer. The travel quarantine now putting hotel, restaurant, and small business owners across the state in a difficult position.
That's going to be a very difficult call for us. I mean, we're in the business of providing hospitality, but we're also in the business of providing a basic need, which is shelter.
Business owners say they'll do their best to keep people safe.
I recognize what that does to tourism and what that does to an industry that's reliant on folks. And but I don't see a productive way without a 14-day quarantine.
Gabrielle Burkhart, KRQE News 13.
Instead of traveling out of state, the governor encouraged New Mexicans to book a staycation to support local businesses.